Hey everybody, this is Eric from MerryCoolBearHorror.webs.com and welcome to the November and December DVD update. The reason why there's no November DVD update was because of me just being busy, but I got a lot of stuff to show you. And speaking of November DVD update, there was also not much stuff in November to show, so I decided not to do it and just put it off until December comes along, which I have a lot more stuff. So, let's get started. Alright, the only movie I got in November was The Golem. Now, this is basically it's a movie about the Jewish myth or monster, the Golem. Well, this was actually a prequel to two other movies in the franchise of The Golem, but those two movies are lost movies, and this is the only one that has survived. It's basically one of the German Expressionist film trilogy. Now, basically what German Expressionism is, it's like very weird architecture. That's basically all it is. Like, doors are slanted, windows are trapezoids, and it's all weird. And if you've seen The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, you know what I mean. And that's another German Expressionist film, and probably the first one that everyone really knows about. The other one being Nosferatu. But this was probably the least known of all of them, and I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard pretty good things about it. And if you want to know more about lost films and the lost Golem movies, I recommend clicking on a link down there that says Cinemassacre's Top 10 Lost Films. So, yeah. It's basically James Rolfe, or the Angry Video Game Nerd, talking about some of the most interesting lost films that he would like to see or like to know more about. And the other two Golem movies are on this list, so if you want to know more, watch that video. It's pretty interesting. Now for December. Now, December's DVDs are not going to be in any order, like the order I got them in or anything. But here is The Mummy, which is, well, it's not The Mummy with Boris Karloff or The Mummy with Brendan Fraser or any of the other mummies with Lon Chaney Jr. or Brendan Fraser. But this is the Hammer Studios remake done in 1959 of the Boris Karloff version from 1932, I believe. Either it's 32, 33, or 36, I don't remember. It was basically Boris Karloff's mummy with Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, and color. So, Christopher Lee was best known for doing the Hammer Dracula movies, and Peter Cushing for doing the Hammer Frankenstein. They both appeared in Hammer Studios movies a lot back in the day, and this was one of them, and this is one of the best. The Hammer films are always very interesting. Like, Horror of Dracula is one of my favorite movies ever, and this was actually not bad, but nowhere near as good as Horror of Dracula. But for any horror buff, I'd recommend it. It's pretty cool. Now for, well, The Mummy first, and the second Black Friday DVD I got was Scream. Now, this is the first one with, like, Drew Barrymore and Courtney Cox and all that. And I first saw this movie at a very, very young age, but I just watched it to experience watching a horror movie. Just to tell my parents, hey, I watched Scream, and just to freak them out, I guess. But I didn't really get scared by it at all. And I think I was, wow, it's been about 4 years since I first saw this movie. So I was 12 at the time, I believe. And yeah, I don't remember it being bad, in my opinion, but I was not a big horror movie fan, or just movie buff in general at the time. So I got this movie because, well, I have to get the other two movies because Scream 4 is coming out this year, so I need to get those before the prices for the other three movies go really, really high. So I gotta get Scream 2 and 3 pretty soon. Now for horror movies I got as Christmas presents. Well, the first one I got was Haunted, 16 Ghost Stories. No, all the movies I got were put out by Echo Bridge Entertainment, which is known for putting out some really bad stuff. So, the cover looked very familiar to me when I first saw this DVD, when I got it for Christmas, and I really don't know what to think about it. Is it an anthology formatted movie? Is it just a documentary thing, I guess? I don't know. But, it's not on IMDb, so I don't really know much about this movie, so I'll have to watch it sometime. The second one I got was Haunting of Winchester House. This is also from Echo Bridge Entertainment, and some people have heard about this, and it is on IMDb, and I gotta tell you, according to IMDb, this movie sucks. It really does suck. Well, this is the uncut version, or the unrated and uncut version. I don't know, that's what it says on the top. So, yeah, bad movie from what I've heard, and, I don't know, if one day, if I run out of movies to review, I might review this, I don't know. Now for the third movie I got, well, this is one of those 4-film box sets, also by Echo Bridge Entertainment. It has Live Animals, Roman, Wages of Sin, and Skeleton Man. All these movies suck. Echo Bridge's movies suck. Before that, I got this thing, which is basically the same thing, 4-film box set by Echo Bridge Entertainment, just different movies. Bloody Mary, Mortuary, Salvage, and Memory. And one of these movies had Dennis Hopper in it, and one of them was directed by Tobe Hooper, so it must be good, right? Nope. None of these movies are good. They all suck. And that's why they're so cheap at Walmart. This I got for $5 at Walmart. I don't know how much it cost at Meijer, because that's where the person who bought me this got it at. But yeah, movies are pretty crappy. Now for some other good stuff. Well, I got Family Guy, It's a Trap, which is the third and final Family Guy Star Wars movie. And this was a parody of Return of the Jedi. And the reason why it's called It's a Trap is that it's a famous line spoken by Admiral Akbar, who I like to call Captain Fishhead. And, yeah, it's a famous quote from him in Return of the Jedi. Yeah, if you're not familiar with the Cleveland Show, then don't bother listening to me for the next minute, but if you do watch the Cleveland Show, which I'm one of those people, Tim the Bear from the Cleveland Show, he plays every single Ewok, including the main one, Wicket, which in the original movie was played by Warwick Davis, best known for Willow and the Leprechaun series. Well, it's not the best, it's probably the worst of all the Star Wars parodies, but it was alright. On IMDb it has a 6.9, and the other movies have a better rating, but this wasn't bad. Check it out if you're a fan of the Star Wars parodies by Family Guy, and if you're wondering what they're going to do for the prequels, get this, you'll find out. Now for a movie that I really wanted to see. Well, on the Chiller channel at my dad's house, since he has DirecTV, he gets a bunch of channels, and I did not get paid to say that, by the way. So, yeah, he has, well, he got the Chiller channel as a free thing for 3 months. They're giving him a bunch of channels for 3 months free. I saw top 13 scariest movies of the decade, and I watched it and I saw this thing, 30 Days of Night. Now, yeah, it's kind of glary because of the lights. So yeah, 30 Days of Night. I watched the thing about it in the top 13 scariest movies, and it looked very, very interesting. Some people call it the anti-Twilight movie. And I know there's a bunch of other anti-Twilight movies, such as Vampires Suck or Taint Light, but this is the anti-Twilight movie. And it came out in the midst of Twilight when it was all popular and crap, even though all the movies suck. But this movie does not suck. The horror genre really isn't favored by critics, but this had like this was in the 6 range on IMDb, and a 6 out of 10 is not bad for a horror movie on IMDb. Just the horror genre as a whole, it's not critically successful, and it's not very successful with critics all over. But this one, it's not bad. So, yeah, go check it out. It's pretty cool. And the vampires are very different from any other vampires I've seen in my life. Now for the last DVD of the DVD update, The Great Escape. Now this stars Steve McQueen. The Great Escape. Now this stars Steve McQueen, best known for The Blob and other stuff. This stars Steve McQueen, best known for The Blob and other things. This is about a German Nazi camp where this guy, Steve McQueen, and a bunch of other people are trapped, and the movie is about their great escape. The characters are so well developed that you really are rooting for them to get out. Especially Steve McQueen, and there's a motorcycle scene at the end, I think it's at the end, And it's been considered to be one of the best stunt sequences or action scenes ever done on a movie, but not only because of the stunt work, but because of the fans, the viewer, wanting the characters to get out of this camp so much. And that's why it makes the scene so great. And, yeah, watch it if you ever get the chance to. I got this for $5 at Walmart. So, it's not a bad movie. Actually, a very, very good movie. So, yeah, go check it out. Now, that's the end of the DVD update for November and December. There will be one for January, since I got a ton of stuff for January. So, yeah, look forward to that. Eric Libero Horror Movie Reviews Season 3 is not going to be starting in May, but in April. Reason why? I'm not telling you why. It's a surprise. You'll find out the very first episode. And hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate the video, give it a thumbs up, all that stuff. Subscribe, that's the most important one. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.